a point he has in the Beat the Champ tournament. He's a former America's Tag Team Champion, weighing 239 out of New York, Dynamite Jack Evans. And his opponent, former World's Tag Team Champion, he has 3.5 big points in the Beat the Champ tournament, Chief Running Hill at 243. And as you can see, this will be an Indian strap match, 1 fall, 15-minute time limit.
This is the main event, wrestling fans, and what a main event. You know, there's many types of dangerous matches in wrestling, but none as dangerous as the Indian strap match. Both wrestlers are tied together with a 6-foot leather thong strap. This is the kind of match that Indian Chief Running Hill excels in. Undefeated. Look at him, just whips him out there. Dynamite Jack Evans met Indian Chief Running Hill a few weeks ago and ran out of the ring, didn't want to have any part of the match, and Running Hill went to the promoter and said, I want him in my kind of match, an Indian strap match. That's where he can't run from me and he can't hide, and that's what I want. And we are bringing this to you on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. It's the main event, an Indian strap match, and being whipped is Dynamite Jack Evans. Evans trying to foul up that strap so that he doesn't have to really be tugged. You could choke with that strap. You can wrap it around a man's legs. You can hog tie him. There's just a number of things you can do. Dynamite Jack, the use of the strap by the Indian. Evans said to me before, he said, I was in an Indian strap match before, and he said, I wrestled Chief Bigheart in New York, and he said, I won it. So I know what an Indian strap match is, and he looks like he knows what to do. He's choking the Indian Chief. It's a dangerous match. That strap, you know, when it's wet, it's very taut, you know, and when sweat gets on it, it makes it worse because that is very irritating to the eyes. Just beals him with the strap to the center of the ring. The strap cuts very easily too when applied right around the head, and of course used as a choking weapon. Cuts off the air supply. You can't breathe, you can't wrestle. It's that simple. Throwing forearm smashes in there, and there's that rabbit punch to the head. Whips him out like a top. Goes to work using that strap again, beals him again right to the center of the ring. Indian Chief Running Hill from Pawhuska, Oklahoma. This man, very educated, very, very educated, has a master's degree in languages, also studies Indian languages. Whereas Dynamite Jack Evans, I asked him about his background, his educational background, and he says, I don't have to tell you nothing. And that kind of told me about his educational background. He says, what I do best, I do in the ring, and that's all you got to know. Look at him tying the Indian up. He ties him into that rope. He's got the Indian in trouble because he's got that strap tied to the lower strand of ropes. This Dynamite Jack Evans knows what to do in a match like this. That's evident. Whips him into the center of the ring. Whoa! The Indian is mad. He's on the warpath. He throws Evans into that rope. Coming off. A judo choke. The count of 1, 2. Only a count of 2. A second away from a win for Chief Running Hill. The Indian now going to work using that strap as leverage. Left knee in position. Referee checking to see that strap is not choking, but also at the same time, anything is legal in an Indian strap match. I remember a leather strap match between Chief Bigheart and Dr. Jerry Graham years ago. And in that match, the loser had to be dragged around the ring with a leather strap. And let me tell you something, at one point Dr. Jerry Graham was dragging Indian Chief Bighart around the ring, and at another point, the Indian was dragging Dr. Jerry Graham around the ring, and it was a tremendous, brutal, bloody match. Snap mirror. This is the match between Dynamite Jack Evans and Indian Chief Running Hill. There have been many Indian Chief Bighart. He was a very famous wrestler. There was Don Eagle, Chief Don Eagle. And quite a few top Indian wrestling stars in their day. Chief Kit Fox was another Indian wrestling star. And now we have Chief Running Hill and Dynamite Jack Evans. Going to work, using that strap. Whips him into the ropes and right into the corner again. Twists him around like a top, and he's whipped at the body with that leather thong. Evans now in trouble. Trying to stop the Indian from using that, bunching it up so that he can't use it. Good monkey flip off the rope by the Indian Chief. You can tell this man has had a lot of strap match about that. No running for the Dynamite Man this time. He ran out of the ring last time, but he can't do it this time. Knee right to the middle. This is your main event on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Knee. Punches right to the side of the head. Another punch that stunned the Indian now. Evans recently had blonde hair and then decided, nah, he says, the fans know what I can do. I don't need blonde hair to show them what a great wrestler I am. Whipping away at the back of the Indian Star. Now using that strap, and it looks like the advantage is to the Dynamite Man. Punch to the middle by the Indian. Right to the chest. This match has been go from the opening bell. The Indian now going to work, choking Dynamite Jack Evans. Throwing those punches in there. Indian Chief Running Hills got him in that corner and got him in trouble. The fans are on the edge of their seat for this match. Clubbing at the back, using that strap. Evans back into the corner now. Reverses it and rakes at the back of the Indian Star. Using it as a whip and whipping the Indian, and I don't want to tell you what he's saying, but he's yelling some pretty nasty things. The Indian now is mad, trying to stop that whipping with that strap. You talk about pain. If when you were younger you got a strap spanking, you know what that's like. With a belt, I was always perfect. I never got a spanking. Well, almost never. Going to work again with that strap, and it's back to the advantage. The Indian seems to be in a lot of trouble, more trouble than I've seen him before in a strap match, and I guess Evans was not lying when he said he's wrestled in strap matches before. He knows just what to do and how to reverse it and get that strap. Look, now he's doubled the strap over and made an insert so that he wouldn't be choked. Clever move by the Indian. Note that insert. Cannot grab the hair. He does it, rolls him over. The Indian now on top. Reverses it, tries to free the strap, and goes to work choking, whipping now, Dynamite Jack Evans. Notice the fans are on their feet. This is a good main event on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic, and We hope you've enjoyed all our matches. We've got more in the weeks ahead that you won't believe. With the biggest and best wrestling. Dynamite Man trying to get that strap, and he's forced into the corner, and again met with a punch to the middle by the Indian Star. Indian Chief Running Hill. And he told me his name in Indian language, and I'm sorry I can't repeat it, but I'm going to try to get it and give it to you fans in the weeks to come. But it's a very interesting name in Indian language. Evans just yanked by the Indian now. Kick to the middle. Punch to the side of the face. Wait a minute. I knew this was coming. Evans has had enough. He unties, or he's starting to untie, that strap. Look at this. The Indian now trying to yank him with that. He can't do it. Ah, he does. He gets out of that strap. Now he goes to work on the Indian. He's had to forget this strap. He says, I got you beat, Indian. He says, you've had it. But now, whoa, hang on to your coffee pot. Look at this. We got a lariat being thrown by the Indian. And now whipping the Dynamite Man. That was a mistake, Evans. You shouldn't have taken it off. He's clotheslined. The Indian clotheslines him, picks him up, snapmares him to the mat, uses it to strangle him, takes him down, and 1, 2, 3, your winner, Running Hill. Thanks for joining us.